I don't know why, but I always end up somewhere that I did not expect when I'm on the internet. I was about to make a video talking about how cool hackathons are and how you can meet your friends, and I'll just play some clips from the video to show you what the video was supposed to be. One of the biggest reasons to attend a hackathon is to improve your skills. There aren't too many opportunities like this to fully immerse yourself in software engineering and technology for an entire weekend. You will meet some amazing people at the event, and you can become really good friends with your teammates. 24 hours of crash course bonding with other people and working together to solve a problem can really help spark a friendship. But I was about to shine hackathons in a really bright light, and then I was on Google and I was looking for Major League Hacking video clips to kind of use as some B-roll for the video. So I found this video, which is a promo video for Major League Hacking, and then I went into the comments. The comment section on YouTube is always worse than you expect it to be, but then I found this one, and this guy says, "Hackathons are a great resource for companies to get free code and ideas for-profit businesses without paying a dime to young coders, as there are usually no copyrights nor any legal protection for the creators." People are so naive. And literally a few minutes before reading this comment, I was thinking to myself about hackathons and intellectual property. So I think when I read this comment, it kind of revitalized that thought process, and then I went down a bigger rabbit hole and I said, why I don't like hackathons. That was my search query. Because I've seen at some hackathons that you have these developers, these students, who come up with an amazing idea, and immediately out of the gate, there are like 4 or 5 companies trying to buy this idea off of them or buy the developers themselves, which isn't necessarily a bad thing because oftentimes ideas will fail without the support of a company that has resources, but I don't think the importance of your own intellectual property can be understated. I'm sure you've heard of intellectual property specifically within the music industry regarding like copyright. I'm sure you also know that at some point in history, musicians were signing away horrible deals and basically getting rid of their intellectual property, signing it away for a signing bonus and a nice contract that at the time they thought was good. If you go to a hackathon, develop something really cool, and then accept a job offer at a company or even sell your product to a company, that company has basically purchased your human intellect, your intellectual property, and most of the time they will expect you to use that idea and that product to help grow that business when hypothetically you could be doing this for yourself. Now, obviously it's not that simple because it's extremely difficult to start a business and extremely difficult to get recognized as a startup. And some people would just prefer to sell off their intellectual property to a company anyway, but I don't think there's enough education around how valuable intellectual property can be. For example, these YouTube videos I'm making are now my intellectual property, and because I own 100% of the rights to my videos and I upload them to YouTube, I will get paid 100% of my revenue after the split with YouTube, obviously. Just because YouTube is a distributor and gets it out to more people doesn't mean that they own the intellectual property. They essentially cut a deal with people saying, we'll take 55% of the revenue and you can keep 45% of the revenue that a video would generate. But we don't require you to give up your intellectual property for the things that you made. Meaning that I can take whatever I post to YouTube, cut it, post it to Instagram, post it to TikTok, post it on Facebook. I can do whatever I want because I own the things that I created. And hypothetically speaking, I could make a lot more money by owning 100% of the rights than if I went to a company, gave them my intellectual property, worked for them for a year, and then they say, okay, thank you for your great ideas and your product, now beat it. So that's my #1 biggest problem with hackathons, is that there are companies out there who are literally just trying to get free and easy labor. For example, if you go to this Reddit thread, they actually talk about this pretty well. There are hackathons that run in the St. Louis area. A specific technology stack is chosen. You're essentially developing a quick prototype for the company sponsoring the hackathon, and they offer your team $50,000 to buy the rights of the winning prototype. And the next comment says that many concepts of this sort, not just in programming, are being criticized for their way for a private company to trick a large number of people into giving away their work for free. Which is true, because when you sign up to a hackathon, you're spending 24 to 48 hours of your life just coding, and in this context where you have advanced software developers who are coming out to try and solve problems, it is essentially just free labor. And on top of that, I found this article which made a really good point stating that one, hackathons are always on the weekend, and most people have day jobs, and hackathons are not a vacation. You have to work hard. They're unhealthy. They promote bad habits, not enough sleep, eating lots of junk food, literally staying up all night to code, and sitting in your chair instead of going outside. There are so many problems with hackathon, mainly being intellectual property taking advantage of workers and developing bad habits. There are a few upsides that I was going to mention in the video I previously made, but in my opinion, some of the cons can outweigh some of the pros, especially when you're not really being given instruction on whether or not you have ownership over your own intellectual property. So that's my 2 cents. This took kind of a strange turn. I wasn't really expecting to end up here, but what do you know, that's what happens sometimes. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. If you liked the video, like it, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.